Hey, Facebook, Karla over here. And I thought I'd come on here. I haven't been live on my page. I mean, I know my profile in a hot minute. And I thought I'd come on here and share some of my thoughts for the day on this beautiful Groundhog Day. Question for you before I get started. Have you ever been at a place in your life where you felt like you were in like this horrible, repetitive Groundhog Day? Do you feel like that you're in that in your business right now, that you're just grinding and grinding and grinding and doing the hustle and not getting the results that you want? Well, I just want to say that you are not alone. I think everybody on the planet has been there, done that. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments um, about your come to Jesus moment, so to speak, or your Groundhog Day moment and what you did to get out of it. So I'm going to flash back 10 years. It's almost 10 years. I think it'll be 10 years in 10 years, 10 years in November or September, November. I actually quit. I quit network marketing. Don and I had been in the business now by that point for almost 10 years at that point, and we had had some tremendous success, and we were in a place where we were not having success. And part of that was because of the climate of the day. So here's what went on. Here's my backstory to that story. So when I got started in network marketing, it was a long time ago, right? Social media didn't exist. And we placed ads. We placed ads to attract people. Thank goodness that I wasn't asked to make a list of my friends and family, because I would have been out of there like a jet. That wouldn't have worked for me and my personality. I would have definitely failed. I would have been gone back to corporate America, and I don't even know. I might not have even still been with Don. I mean, who knows, right? So this industry has fundamentally changed my life over and over and over again. So when I got started, the company that I was with, any old Liberty Leaguers watching me, they told us generate 100 leads a week. So I went and did that. I did that for 10 years. And the way I worked my business is I would call those leads, prospect them for a few minutes, see if there was somebody I might want to work with, send them off to a presentation on the telephone, and then follow up with them. Those were all phone calls. And I was disciplined, man. I called every single one of my leads. We generated consistently at least 100 leads a week for 10 years. And so every day you could find me between 10 and noon and about 2 and 4 prospecting on the phone, making those phone calls. Now, here's the crazy part of that. First of all, I got very, very good at prospecting people because I was just returning their phone call, and I just got good at it. But here's why I got good at it. Do the math. If I called 100 leads a week for 10 years, if you do all the math and maybe give me 2 weeks off a year, that's 10,000, excuse me, that's 50,000 phone calls. That's a boatload of phone calls. So 10 years in, I found myself I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was probably, I don't know, let's say it was a Tuesday. And I was sitting on the floor of our family room, leaning up against the couch. And I was prospecting while I was sitting on the floor, right? I tended to walk around usually while I was on the phone, but at this one moment I was sitting on the floor, and I was absolutely miserable. And I had been miserable for quite some time. Probably wasn't aware of it, but I was probably miserable for a couple of years. And then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I remember thinking, like, I don't even know. Well, first of all, I was thinking, I hate these people that I'm talking to, right? These are beautiful human beings, but I was in such a terrible place that I did not want to talk to people on the phone anymore. I just really, really hated my life at that point in time. And I remember thinking, like, I don't think I can do this for the rest of my career. I don't even think I can do this for another month or another week or another day or another minute. And because I was in such a burnt out shell of a woman, I was burnt out. I was hating what I was doing. people weren't getting started with me anyway. We were barely making any money at that point in time, because if you don't like what you're doing, your energy isn't right. And plus, subconsciously, I'm quite sure that I felt that I would be out of integrity bringing somebody into that business if I hated doing what I was doing. So you always have to be, that's a whole nother live I could do about being in alignment with your thoughts and your actions. But I was definitely out of alignment. And this moment happened where I hung up the phone with that prospect, and I burst into the tears. Like, I literally, as a person, crumbled and started sobbing. I was scared. I just knew that I could not do this anymore. And I have to hand it to Don. I'll tell you why in a second. But I was at my personal rock bottom. My days had been Groundhog days for 10 years. And for the first 8 years, well, the first 2 years were terrible, but that's a whole nother thing. But the subsequent, maybe another 6 years or 7 years in there, they were great. And then the last year was awful, because I just could not, I couldn't talk on the phone anymore. I just couldn't. And interesting, I still don't talk on the phone. I put that phone down that day, and I'm like, I'm not calling anyone. And I don't barely ever talk on the phone still. So I walked into Don's office, and here's why I owe everything to him. And I looked at him, and he goes, "What is up? Are you okay?" Because obviously I had been crying. And I said, I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't know what we're going to do. And he said, "We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out." And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? We have this house to pay for. We have bills to pay, and we're already behind on things because I haven't been recruiting, etc. And he's like, "We'll be okay." So it was months and months, or weeks and weeks for sure, where I was just looking for things to do. I got myself out of that situation. I was looking for things to do, tried a couple of ideas out that just weren't in alignment with what I wanted to do. But I had leads coming in still, right? And though I had spent a lot of money and time learning how to generate those leads, so I knew they were valuable. So I called up one of my friends, John, you know who you are if you're watching. I called up one of my friends who I knew I could trust him and his partner to lead these people. So I said, "Hey, if I sign up with you, I'm not doing anything, right? If I sign up with you and I just give you these leads, will you call these leads or handle the leads and take care of them when they get started?" And of course, who would say no to that deal, right? So I was just looking at that business from the sidelines. And about a month later, I saw this guy get started in that business and make almost $1 million, or maybe over $1 million, having no network marketing experience that I'm aware of, no home parties, no phone calls, none of the friends and family thing. And they all got started because he had a sales funnel and an email list. And I'm like, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to do that. That makes all the sense in the world. And so just by seeing this dude get started in this opportunity, that transformed everything for me, because I knew that if I could learn this thing called internet marketing and direct marketing, if I could learn that and apply it to the network marketing industry, I could design a business and a life that I love. And I also could interact with the customers and prospects the way they want to be interacted with. Because part of the problem that I was facing 10 years ago is that people did not want to talk on the phone. It was starting then. Now, of course, right? Nobody wants you to call them. But so what I did is I bought his course. I studied with Frank Kern and Mike Dillard and all the OGs in the direct sales internet marketing space, and took that knowledge and applied it to network marketing. And it's made it has revolutionized not just my life, but so many others, right? I'm not alone. There are hundreds of thousands of network marketers that are using automation, sales funnels, email follow-up, etc., to build their businesses, saving time, saving energy, communicating with their prospects the way their prospects want to be communicated with. And I'm so proud that since then we've been able to reach the top of a bunch of companies, and we've been able to help so many other people transform their lives. And if you know me now, I am 100% dedicated to teaching marketing, real marketing, to network marketers. It's great to use social, but there's a whole psychology around how people buy and how people want to be sold to. And I'm so privileged to work with some amazing, you know who you are, clients and coaches and students and customers in our Biz Academy for Women, in our Top Producer Mastermind, and in a soon to be announced program. So I don't know, I don't want to say anything more. I've got a big announcement brewing for next week, but I just really felt compelled. You don't need to listen to my whole story, but I wanted you to know that everybody has been at a place where they had to make a big decision because their life looked like Groundhog Day. And I didn't know it for a long time. So now I've built my personal development skills. So I know that I know sooner that I'm approaching this place where I'm not going to be wanting to do what I'm doing, or I need to make a change in my mindset or in my business or something else. So I don't know if this is helpful, but I know that if you are experiencing this, share in the chat or send me an email. Let me know. Let me know if I can help you. And also for those of you that are looking to put automation, email follow-up, all the things into your business very inexpensively and very, very easily, stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's going to be good. So I wish you a really good day. And think if I have any last words. I don't know. Stay tuned. If you're not following me, hit the follow button. And please comment below that you're here. And I will see you in my email and on the internet. Bye, everyone.